That was not an upset.
Oh, it wasn't?
I mean, when you got two guys with so much experience, like I said before, he was behind the scenes. Two guys with a crazy amateur backgrounds, and one guy is not being seen, and another guy is being seen. Then we call it an upset. No.
Floyd Mayweather made fun of Gervonta Davis after his fight with Lamont Roach was ruled a loss. Mayweather, known for speaking his mind, didn't hold back. He took the chance to mock Davis, who has been outspoken about boxing and judging. Davis may have wanted to express his frustration, but he probably didn't expect Mayweather to publicly embarrass him.
It's just that he was working behind the scenes, and another guy was working in front of everybody. Then finally, they had to meet up, and then Anthony Joshua came up short. But Anthony Joshua, I told him from the beginning. You know, I was one of the first guys to come on record from the beginning. I told him he can come, and I can teach him some pointers. Because a lot of times, this is just my take. The same coach you had as an amateur doesn't always make him a great professional coach. Because some guys are great at amateur coaching, and some guys are great at professional coaching.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis have had a rocky relationship. At first, Mayweather played a big role in Davis's career, signing him to Mayweather Promotions and helping him become a star. But as Davis became more popular and confident, their partnership started to fall apart. Accusations of mismanagement, disrespect, and public arguments led to Davis leaving Mayweather Promotions. Since then, Mayweather has often criticized Davis, questioning his discipline, fight choices, and behavior outside the ring. Davis has fired back, saying Mayweather never truly had his best interests in mind. This latest insult is just another chapter in their ongoing feud.
Always speak the real, whether somebody like it or not. I just feel like Anthony Joshua, they keep going to different coaches. Oh, this coach gonna work with him. This coach gonna work with him. I told him in the beginning when he was undefeated, you got some things you still got to tweak, because if you don't, then you may come.
Mayweather recently criticized Davis for leaving Mayweather Promotions to manage his own career. His message seemed to imply that without the right connections, fighters like Davis could end up on the losing side of close decisions. Social media quickly reacted, with fans split, some supporting Mayweather's business-first mindset, while others backed Davis's fight for independence. Experts also weighed in, with some saying Davis's choices have made him vulnerable in boxing politics, while others accused Mayweather of kicking him while he's down. Meanwhile, the New York State Athletic Commission has started reviewing Davis's fight against Lamont Roach Jr. During the 9th round of Davis's WBA lightweight title defense, controversy arose when he dropped to one knee after a shot from Roach. Instead of being ruled a knockdown, Davis quickly went to his corner, asking for his face to be wiped. Referee Steve Willis gave him a stern warning, but did not count it as a knockdown, frustrating Roach. If the referee or judges had ruled it a knockdown, Roach would have won instead of the fight ending in a majority draw in Brooklyn. Such a call would have also put a blemish on Davis's perfect record. Davis claimed grease from his hair was stinging his eyes, but despite the issue, he's open to a rematch, something Roach also wants. Meanwhile, the New York State Athletic Commission has launched a review of the fight. The New York State Athletic Commission (NYSAC) has launched a review of the fight, leaving the possibility of changing the official result. In a statement to multiple publications, the commission confirmed it is looking into Saturday's matchup between Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis. During the controversial round, the commission requested a replay video but faced a technical issue that prevented them from receiving it in time. As a result, they had to rely on the referee's original decision, allowing the fight to continue. The commission emphasized its commitment to maintaining the integrity of combat sports and ensuring that similar technical issues don't happen again in the future. A technical glitch prevented the commission from reviewing the ringside instant replay in real time, delaying any decision on whether Davis should be penalized for taking a knee. As the review continues, it's unclear if any ruling could change the fight's outcome. Despite the disappointing result, Roach is determined to get a rematch. Although he was the underdog, he came very close to pulling off a huge upset, motivating him to go for another shot. Davis, still undefeated, has also shown interest in a rematch, posting on X, "Say no more. I'm pushing for the rematch. The rematch can be soon too." WBA President Gilberto Mendoza announced on Sunday that he plans to push for a rematch between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach after their controversial majority draw on Saturday night. especially due to the debate over round 9. During the round, WBA lightweight champion Davis found himself in a strange situation. He took a few punches from Roach before unexpectedly dropping to one knee. According to the unified rules, if a boxer's knee touches the canvas after a punch, it is considered a knockdown, regardless of whether the punch directly caused it. Additionally, only the referee has the authority to stop the fight, meaning fighters cannot call for a timeout. Another strict rule also prevents a boxer's corner from using a towel to wipe their fighter's face during the action. During the round, referee Steve Willis only gave Davis a warning instead of calling a knockdown or deducting a point. This decision was crucial. If Willis had ruled it a knockdown, Roach would have won the fight in a shocking upset. Davis, ranked number 8 on the ring's pound-for-pound list, admitted at the post-fight press conference that he was open to a rematch, but wasn't sure it would happen right away. However, WBA President Gilberto Mendoza has the power to call for an immediate rematch. Mendoza stated, "I think there's no doubt a rematch should happen. This goes beyond public perception. We're talking about one of the biggest stars in boxing. We need to send a strong message after such a controversial night." He is now expected to petition the WBA Championships Committee to vote on the matter. If the WBA Championships Committee approves the rematch, regulations state it must take place within 120 days. Meanwhile, Roach, who was a major underdog going into the fight, now holds the WBA Junior Lightweight title, while Davis still has the contractual right to demand an immediate rematch due to the controversial result. WBA President Gilberto Mendoza questioned the referee's decision, saying, "Maybe Willis saw a competitive fight. Maybe he thought it wasn't a punch. But how do you explain Davis putting his knee on the canvas?" He also found it strange that, despite instant replay being available in New York, it wasn't used in this situation.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute.
However, the WBC champion isn't in a rush to fight Davis. Instead, the undefeated 27-year-old is focused on his own challenge, facing Roach Jr. for a shot at another lightweight title. Shakur Stevenson spoke about Roach Jr. on X, formerly Twitter, saying, "Roach Jr. got me ready for the Valdez fight. That's also how I knew how the fight with him and Tank would go. Lamont is the truth. Would love to make this fight happen." Meanwhile, boxing reporter Keith Iduk revealed that Vasily Lomachenko was considered as a possible opponent for Davis following his controversial bout with Roach. Although Roach had lost twice to Davis in the amateurs, he put on an impressive performance at Barclays Center. At Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, referee Steve Willis's unusual decision cost Lamont Roach what could have been the biggest win of his career. Roach, who had already lost to Davis twice in the amateurs, was denied victory once again when Davis unexpectedly took a knee in the 9th round. Initially, Willis began a count, but officials quickly ruled it a non-knockdown, preventing Roach from earning a crucial 10-8 round that might have changed the fight's outcome. After the fight, Davis explained that residue from his hair product dripped into his eyes, causing a painful sting that forced him to drop to one knee. However, at his post-fight press conference, he suggested that while fans are calling for a rematch with Roach, his next opponent has already been chosen. It appears he was referring to none other than two-time Olympic gold medalist Vasily Lomachenko. At Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, referee Steve Willis's unusual decision cost Lamont Roach what could have been the biggest win of his career. Roach, who had already lost to Davis twice in the amateurs, was denied victory once again when Davis unexpectedly took a knee in the 9th round. Initially, Willis began a count, but officials quickly ruled it a non-knockdown, preventing Roach from earning a crucial 10-8 round that might have changed the fight's outcome. After the fight, Davis explained that residue from his hair product dripped into his eyes, causing a painful sting that forced him to drop to one knee. However, at his post-fight press conference, he suggested that while fans are calling for a rematch with Roach, his next opponent has already been chosen. It appears he was referring to none other than two-time Olympic gold medalist Vasily Lomachenko. Davis has expressed interest in a rematch with Roach, but with Lomachenko's future still uncertain, both fights remain intriguing possibilities. Many believe that if the fight had been scored differently, Roach could have won, handing Davis the first loss of his career. The decision has sparked heated debates among boxing fans and analysts, increasing calls for a rematch. Adding to the discussion, popular American podcaster Joe Rogan has publicly supported the push for a second fight. The controversy mainly stems from the 9th round when Davis unexpectedly took a knee without calling for a timeout. As the referee began the standard 10 count, he suddenly stopped after seeing Davis wipe his eyes. This unexpected moment left fans and analysts frustrated, further fueling the rematch conversation. Davis later addressed the incident, explaining why he took a knee, but the controversy hasn't died down. Amid the growing debate, well-known podcaster Joe Rogan has joined the calls for a rematch. A longtime fan of MMA and combat sports, Rogan admitted he hadn't seen Roach fight before. However, after watching his bout with Davis, he became an instant supporter, calling it a spectacular showdown. Rogan shared his excitement about a potential rematch, saying, watching the replay of the title fight last night between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. I had never seen Lamont fight before, but I'm a big fan now. The fight ended in a draw, but it was an amazing contest, and I really hope they run it back. Roach, who is currently on an 8-fight unbeaten streak, remains determined to get another shot at Davis. Roach has been earning widespread praise for his performance, while Davis had raised the stakes even before the fight began, betting $250,000 at the weigh-in that he would secure a knockout. However, since the fight went the full 12 rounds, Davis now owes Roach a hefty sum, further fueling their growing rivalry. The possibility of a rematch remains uncertain, especially since Davis had hinted at retirement before facing Roach. But with increasing pressure from fans, a second fight could be the perfect way to settle their unfinished business. Following his majority draw with Roach, Davis took to X to express his frustration, claiming the official decision was unfair. He wrote, "They took the fight for me," making it clear he wasn't happy with the result. Davis continued his frustration on X, saying, "They made it a draw because I took that _ knee, but I landed the most punches in the fight. He didn't even hit me when I went down. I get it, I shouldn't have done that, but that hair grease was burning my eyes." However, the stats tell a different story. According to CompuBox, Roach actually landed more punches than Davis. On top of that, Davis caught a huge break when the referee chose not to rule his knee as a knockdown. If that moment had been scored correctly, Roach would have secured the victory. On the official scorecards, few are likely to sympathize with Davis's version of events. If anyone has a real case for being robbed, it's Roach. However, without being the A side in the fight, he gains little from the controversy. After the bout, Davis expressed interest in a rematch to clear any doubts, but he also made it clear that it wouldn't happen right away since he already has another fight lined up. Meanwhile, Jake Paul also weighed in on the Davis versus Roach fight, adding his voice to the growing discussion.
He got lucky at the draw. He did a good fight though. I thought he won it, but man, you gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned. Oh my god. But god damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
The controversy surrounding Davis versus Roach has only intensified in the days following their fight, with fans, analysts, and even high-profile figures like Joe Rogan and Jake Paul weighing in. Whether a rematch happens soon or not, the debate over the decision will continue to fuel discussions in the boxing world. Will Davis and Roach run it back to settle unfinished business? Or will Davis move on to another challenge? Only time will tell. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on the latest boxing news, fight breakdowns, and all things combat sports. Stay tuned. Bell Boxing Glove.